Hello, all you rabid Lions fans, and welcome to Lions on the Prowl. News, rumors, and debates from the fans' perspective. Here's Markus and Jim.
Hello, Lions fans. How you guys doing this week? Glad to have you guys back, and we're ready for a good day.
Very ready. We're doing what? Episode 57 this week, Markus?
Episode 57.
57. All right.
Only like 4 for me, but 57.
For me.
Exactly.
For me. Okay. This week I'll start out with my shout-outs because we do the shout-outs every week. And mine goes, and we're on YouTube this week too, our first YouTube broadcast, as we're also going to be transitioning the show a little bit. So we're going to be presenting it on YouTube and on the iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, however you consume the product here. All right. So
make sure you check us out.
Yeah, definitely.
We need your
definitely
support.
Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below for iTunes and hit the little bell so that you'll get notifications when we have a new show coming out. But I want to give a shout out to Everything King. I love your content. It was a pretty cool Pistons. This is totally different, but he had a Pistons draft special. It was really cool. There goes Mobby, another guy. Get a lot of information from him. He's very, very good.
He's really good.
Dose of really Dion. Well, I've seen him a few times. Yeah, terrible what happened to your YouTube channel and everything. I hope everything starts working out well for you. Also, my people from work, Carrie, Beth, Ray, Rachel, Brianna, Brendan, Rob, and I'm going to do Kim Possible this week because last week I didn't. Markus had her. Markus,
yeah, Kim Possible gets a shout out every week now.
Every week now. Every week
now.
And Leslie, who does our commercials and our intro, and I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, I got a couple. First, I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Andrea. She definitely saved me this week. I also want to give a shout out to my fraternity big, Charlie, because we kind of reconnected. You know what I'm saying? We kind of lost contact, but we reconnected, and that was also great this weekend. Awesome. So I'm also going to give a shout out to Thomas from work.
Oh, yes.
Sean from work, Beth, because that's my home girl. Love her to death.
Which Beth are you?
Oh, I'm talking about sales support Beth.
Yeah.
We only work with one Beth now.
No, I said which Beth are you?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm Beth 3.
Beth 3. That's what I thought.
Because 3 is the magic number. Yeah, we do this thing,
Yeah.
Match Beth Friday. So, Beth 3, But yeah, that's about it for the shout-outs today.
Okay. That sounds good. Now we're going to go to our transactions. We don't have any from our team, but we do have one. So we'll be right back with the transaction.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move, make it move, make it move, make it $1 million.
As we said, we got one transaction this week, and it's Michael Roberts again. He comes on every week, we think. He was claimed by Green Bay, but now he failed a physical there too, and now Green Bay waived him.
He is really making his own life hard. I don't understand. Bro, lose some weight. Hit the weight room or something. Why are you failing all these physicals?
Yeah, I don't know. It must be some issue that the Lions didn't tell us about, as usual.
And it's disappointing. You know what I'm saying?
Is.
You know how many people would kill to be in the position that he's in? And you're failing physicals?
Yep.
The easiest thing to pass, it ain't you're failing physicals, bro.
Yeah, but it could be because of a nagging injury. I mean, we don't know what he has or what he had or whatever.
I feel like that needs to be said.
Oh, me too. But the Lions are notoriously very vague on injuries and don't tell anybody anything because that would help us somehow,
right?
Which it never has.
Right, but New England didn't say anything. Green Bay didn't say anything.
I know. Nobody's saying why he failed the physical. But
I just think that's messed up.
I think it is too.
You are in the position that so many people want. You can't even pass a physical, bro. The last physical I took, they literally made me raise my hands above my head, make sure I could do that.
I think these are a little deeper.
I understand it's American football,
right?
So it's going to be a little bit more intense. But how long have you been in the league?
Yeah,
you can't pass a physical.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm
years.
disappointed.
We were talking about physical, and we're going to transition right here into Matthew Stafford. Came out. Mike O'Hara broke news about Matthew Stafford playing with broken bones, fractures in his back.
How you feel about that, man? 'Cause
There are
I
so
got a
many
lot to
ways
say,
to go with this. There's so many ways to go with this. I think I'm going to address a backup quarterback situation because if we had anybody competent to take over for Stafford, maybe we wouldn't have Stafford playing hurt like that, playing injured.
I understand that. But because he's our only quarterback, does that mean his life or his health is any less important?
I don't know. I don't understand how someone could let a guy go out and play with broken bones in his back, especially how many times he was put on the turf this year.
And I understand the front office's concern. I understand they're there to get wins. I get that. But do we have to put the people that we rely on at risk to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. This team...
That's the part I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we rely on Stafford. We do. But we can't ask him to hold our team up with both hands if one's broken.
I think I know how that happened, though. For 10 years, he's been carrying his damn team on his back. I think that's how he got broken bones.
After the 10th year, 3 fractures, that man's a beast. Because he's been carrying a load.
Yeah, I can't believe that he gets up after half the stuff that happens.
I'm just saying, think about it. He's playing with broken bones in his back, and that man is a trooper. He's resilient. I have all the respect in the world for him.
I do too.
That does not make it right.
I do too. There's a lot of people out there that say we should get rid of Stafford, we should trade him, and all this other crap. And I'm like, this dude's out there playing with a broken back and still putting up over 3,000 yards.
And I mean, athletes play hurt all the time.
Exactly.
When you have broken bones, that's an injury. You shouldn't play with an injury.
No, I don't know how they treated it. I don't know what the Lions did and why they felt it was okay for him to play. I think that calls into question the whole organization for me.
But it also says a lot because you see how him and Megatron broke records.
That's true.
And they had
That's
a
true.
terrible O-line, no running game.
Nope.
I think that just says a lot about their talent. So we do have talented players. We just don't set them up to succeed.
And we don't have enough of them. We don't have enough of them in the key areas like offensive line. Like, linebacker at this point is getting better, not there yet.
But we are lackluster in the essential needs. Some essential needs, not all of them. We have a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a good wide receiver.
Yep.
We don't have an elite one anymore, but we had an elite wide receiver, and they did wonders together.
They did.
But
they still didn't win anything.
And I think it has a lot to do with stuff like this.
Yep.
Stuff like players playing injured. It's okay to play hurt. Athletes play hurt. But there's a difference between hurt and injured.
There is. There's definitely something here because they rely on Stafford way too much in the first place. Where we're trying to get a running game going, we haven't got there yet. And to lose your best offensive line guy in TJ Lang, PFF had him the best. I know that he was out a lot last year, but still, when you lose that guy and you don't replace him with anybody anywhere near his talent level, the offensive line you had last year, except for if you're coaching them up or they're getting better, they're just the same thing you had last year.
Or worse if you're losing your best player.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling you this team won't be as good as a lot of people have said they're going to be, because they still have the same offensive line. Minus one guy who's a Pro Bowler, by the way.
Minus their best guy. You're saying just one, like it's just anybody.
Right, like it's just anybody. But it's not.
It's their best offensive lineman.
Right, and we replaced them with Ibushi or Wiggins or somebody we got off the scrap heap.
And, they did the whole jumble, the whole shuffle. They mixed it up.
Yep.
Glasgow to center.
No, Glasgow to guard.
Glasgow to guard. Ragnow to center.
Ragnow to center.
Which
he's a lot better at center than he's at guard, so hopefully that'll work out. But we don't know what Glasgow's going to be at guard.
We haven't seen that yet, though. We haven't seen if it's going to be better. I need proof. I'm a scientist. I base things off facts, research,
absolutely,
data,
absolutely. And that's part of the thing that we don't know, and that's the question mark of this whole year for me. Darrell Bevell honestly is a run first kind of guy, even though he's come out against the Lions the last time we played Seattle in shotgun in the first 2 possessions. So
we're talking about the offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna just transition into that now.
Yeah, we can go.
We're gonna do a more in-depth a more in-depth look at how our offense is going to look this year. And I think next week we're going to do defense.
Next week we're going to do defense.
Perfect.
Yep. So I will give a little bit of background on Darrell Bevel. He's a 49-year-old guy. His wife is Tammy Bevel. They were married in 1993.
Ooh, 1 year off of the best year ever.
Yeah, when you were born.
92. Doesn't get better than 92.
He has 4 children, Yuma, Arizona, Kylie, Morgan, and Haley. It looks like he has 5 children. Okay. And he's a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And he said his life has not only been shaped by his faith, but his family as well. And also that his faith has kind of helped him through his football career as well.
Sounds like a very upstanding man.
Yes. He's also the Wisconsin Badgers starting quarterback, and he took them to the Rose Bowl.
Oh, he started in 92, the best year ever.
The best year ever.
Best year ever.
He did, too. So he did that. What do you got on Darrell Bevel?
Rose Bowl. He did that. He did that.
Yep. Defeated UCLA in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
What kind of
10-1-1? That's impressive in college.
That is impressive in the Big Ten.
It's impressive because the Big Ten, the SEC, that's where all the competition is.
That's where it is. Yep,
I mean, there are a couple good teams in the ACC. Auburn. Who else plays in the ACC?
SEC or ACC?
The ACC. Auburn's in the ACC.
Auburn.
And Auburn's pretty good.
Is that the one with Texas A&M and all that?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But there's no other competition than the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pac-12
that's
is okay.
That's the cream of the
ACC
crop
is
right
okay.
there.
But all the good teams are in the Big Ten and the SEC.
And the Pac-10.
The Pac-10. The Pac-10 is really good, too. But
Oregon and, those guys out there. But want to talk a little bit, what does he bring to the Lions? And in my estimation, he's going to bring more balance. He's better in his run schemes, better in his offensive line blocking schemes than our. I can't even say Jim Bob Cooter with a straight face. I really can't.
His predecessors.
Yeah, and I'm looking at.
He coached Brett Favre.
Yep. Yeah, and he scouted Russell Wilson.
Or should I say Favre?
Favre.
That's how it's spelled. Is Favre.
Well,
so
actually, that's
Brett
how
Favre.
it was actually pronounced in it when he got drafted. Favor. They called him Brett Favre.
I don't care what y'all say. That says Favre. Favre.
But no, I mean, Darrell Bevel's going to bring us more of a run game, but not eliminating the pass game. Actually, I think he's going to have more deep passes thrown than Jim Bob Cooter did.
Which is going to be hard to do. Stafford accounts for 70% of our offense.
Well,
so
hopefully he won't have to do that much and break his back by putting the whole team on his back again.
You mean his already broken back?
His already broken back.
We don't want him to further break his back.
I still can't get over that. But Darrell Bevel has been in the Super Bowl, of course, with the Seattle Seahawks. He also coached in Minnesota and, of course, Green Bay, where he did coach Brett Favre.
He lost the Super Bowl to New Orleans. Do you remember who they beat?
Who New Orleans beat?
Yeah, it says he lost the Super Bowl to New Orleans. You remember the year that they kicked the onside kick?
Yeah, but I don't remember the team.
I don't either.
Well, we probably should have done more research, shouldn't we?
I want to say it was the Steelers or something.
I don't remember that one.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We can figure it out.
But I think Darrell Bevel is going to help the Lions. I don't think it was a splashy signing. He had been out of the league for a year. Gut feeling is I don't think it's going to be a whole hell of a lot different than what we had before. But I think the running game will improve under him because he has a track record of that. I don't know how well Stafford will do in that offense because I haven't seen the offense yet, just to be honest.
I think it's going to be more sporadic. I think it's going to be more
mixing it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I like that.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? Because
let's not
some defenses know, they're about to pass that thing.
Yeah. Let's just not run on first, run on second, pass on
we're
third.
Playing Detroit. We're gonna put no one in the box because they ain't got no run game. I think he's gonna help with that because we got Carry On. Carry On is good. I love that man, but let's just hope he stays healthy.
Yeah, I agree with that. And we'll get to some questions about Kerryon Johnson later so that you guys know. Okay, we're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be back on the other side.
Hello, Lions fans. Would you like to support the continuation of this show? Become a patron. Go to www.patreon.com/Lions on the Prowl. Thank you for supporting our mission to give you Lions news and rumors from the fans' perspective.
Yes, thank you, everybody. And thank you for everybody who's subscribing on iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever you consume this content. And now on our new YouTube channel. Hello, everybody. Brand new this week, our YouTube channel. We're going to start looking at the teams that we're going to play this year. So we start with the Arizona Cardinals. And we're going to do a preview of every team that we play this year. So for Green Bay, Minnesota, and Chicago, obviously, we're only going to do one for those guys, just so you know, because we play them twice.
That means we got the Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Cowboys.
Because we don't play Antonio Brown often. I don't know if we have a corner that can take that.
Darius Slay.
Is he going to play, though?
I think, honestly,
he's on that
he'll
holdout
play.
mess.
He'll play.
You think so? And you think he can handle?
He'll play.
You think he can handle Antonio Brown?
Maybe.
We're talking.
He didn't do too
AB.
well against him last time.
We're talking the best. He's possibly the best receiver in the league
right now.
I mean, Darius Slay finished top 5 in best corner, but against the best receiver in the league,
yeah, I don't know. But we'll get to a preview of all those people. We're going to start with Arizona. That's the first team we play. Right off the bat, we're playing in Arizona. And new head coach there is Cliff Kingsbury. Don't know a whole lot about him. He's 39 years old. He spent 6 seasons as a head coach of Texas Tech.
the Red Raiders. They're not bad.
Yep. They also worked at Texas A&M and the University of Houston.
You know who went to Texas Tech?
Who went to Texas Tech?
What's his name? He played in Crabtree. Michael Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree. Used to play for Dallas. I think he plays for San Francisco now.
He was a Red Raider.
He does.
And I thought he was good. He was a Red Raider.
I think he's good. But so Arizona's weird because they don't have an offensive coordinator.
It's hot down there.
Well,
you know how hot it is?
It is hot down there. But they hired Tom Clements, and he's going to be their passing game coordinator and their quarterbacks coach. But he's kind of going to be their offensive coordinator, although they didn't give him that title. So basically, their offensive coordinator position is vacant this year.
Is Larry Fitzgerald still there?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
That man is a beast.
That man is amazing.
That man, he's never dropped more than 2 passes his whole career.
Holy cow!
In
no,
one
I didn't
season,
know that.
He's never dropped more than 2 passes. The most he's ever dropped in a career is 1.
Maybe he should come over.
Maybe he
and
has
coach
dropped only 2 passes. But that man, if it hits his hand, it's caught.
Yep. Oh, the thing is, maybe when he retires, he should be the wide receivers coach for the Lions and tight ends coach.
That man is going to retire and go straight to the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. No, I know, no doubt about that.
And once he hits the Hall of Fame, he ain't going to want nothing to do with Detroit. Just saying.
So we're going back to Arizona again. Vance Joseph is their defensive coordinator. He was hired as the coordinator just this January. He had the last 2 seasons as the head coach of the Denver Broncos. So, okay.
I mean, you know what they say about defensive coaches.
I hope not.
You know what I mean?
Because we have a defensive coach.
Yeah. And look how many games we won last year.
Yeah, we didn't win.
Just saying. Like, defense
6.
win games. I mean, it's not the same in football, but basketball, defense wins games. Offense will come, but defense wins games. In football, defense will win the game.
Defense wins championships.
I'm just saying, you can win a football game 2-0.
You can't.
And that's all defense.
Or 7-0 if you get a pick 6, fumble recover for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because defense can score points. So they draft Kyler Murray as their new quarterback. They send Rosen packing to Miami. He's only 21 years old, and I think he's going to be expected to be the quarterback this year. He's 5'10", 207 pounds.
I understand him being the first-round pick, winning the Heisman and all. But Kyler Murray, I cannot believe he did not choose to play baseball.
Oh yeah,
I really can't. That baffles me because the highest paid sports players are baseball players.
Yeah, and they
There's
got
no
guaranteed
contact.
contracts too.
There's no contact. You can play longer. You can make all that money. And he wants to play football. I mean, I understand.
And football
you know,
quarterbacks make a hell of a lot of money too.
Yeah, but he went to Oklahoma.
Yep.
He's going to see good defense in the professionals. Nobody in his conference played any defense.
No.
The entire conference. That's why they shot 40 points on each other because nobody played defense. I think, he's small. I mean, Drew Brees isn't all that tall.
Right. Drew Brees is
elite.
small, but he's an outlier too.
This guy ain't Drew Brees.
No, he's not.
He went to Oklahoma.
Yep.
Oklahoma. Does anybody know what conference Oklahoma is in? I didn't think so. No defense. Nobody in that conference played any defense, and I think he's going to have a hard time in the NFL because
we get him first.
Defense is, you need defense. Defense wins championships.
So their best players on their team is Larry Fitzgerald, Patrick Peterson, which interesting, he's suspended, so he won't be playing against the Lions. I think he's suspended for 8 games.
What do you do again?
Failed the substance abuse policy or something like that, whatever their policy is. David Johnson, the running back. I remember they wanted to get Abdullah, and they were salivating to get Amir Abdullah. Then they're like, oh, crap, we got to pick David Johnson. It turns out David Johnson was 10 times better than Abdullah.
Well, I mean, Arizona has a better O-line.
That's true.
Any running back is going to be good with a good O-line.
That's true.
Why do you think Dak? Why do you think not Dak, but Zeke's so damn good?
Well, exactly, because of that offensive line for the Cowboys.
I don't know what Jerry Jones got in that food he be eating, but he put that O-line together.
Yeah, he did, and we've never been able to.
I need someone to go get the chicken feed that he's eating and bring that to Detroit so we can get that kind of O-line.
Absolutely. Because our O-line sucks.
Terrible, and they have been for years.
You know what I think? What we're going to do is we're going to give them those little red things that they do, the bullfighting stuff. Just because that's what they're doing anyway.
Man,
it's like bullfighting. All they should do, they should just step aside.
All right, so who'd Arizona get this year that is going to?
They got cornerback Robert Alford, 3-year deal, $22.5 million. They got Terrell Suggs, or the remainder of Terrell Suggs. He's 36 years old, so it's the decaying corpse of Terrell Suggs.
He was good though.
He was
in his prime.
He was good.
Man.
Same thing with Alford. He's 30-some years old. Linebacker Jordan Hicks. Those were the 3 players they got in the offseason via free agency. And they lost inside linebacker Deion Buchanan. They lost outside linebacker Marcus Golden.
And I just want to point out his name is spelled with a K, like mine.
It is, too. Marcus Golden with a K.
Like that.
That's the way to spell that, right?
You might get a shout-out next week.
Marcus Golden. So, and Mike Iwapati. I'm really hard. That's a tough name for me. Okay. And he went with the Seahawks.
His name's Italian. You can tell.
His name's something.
Iupati.
But they got Byron Murphy, corner. I was looking at him for the Lions out of Washington. Of course, Kyler Murray they got.
33rd pick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's actually really good because I thought he was going to go earlier.
They had a lot of picks.
Yeah, they did.
2 6th rounds.
2 7th rounds.
3 7th rounds.
Oh, 3. Yeah, you're right. But overall, pretty good draft, looks like.
I mean, they did get the number 1 pick, so.
Overall, this team is really bad. This team's really bad.
Yeah, I don't see us losing to them.
They have an aged defense. They brought in stopgap players, pretty much. Terrell Suggs is 36 years old. Sorry, age does matter.
It does, especially in football. Not so much in other sports, because in other sports, if you take care of your body, you'll be good. But not football. Your body's always going to wear and tear.
Yeah.
You're always taking hits. You're constantly taking contact. That's the problem with contact sports. You can't play as long as you can in non-contact sports because of the contact.
Yeah, you take abuse. And over the years, your body starts to wear down. That's just the way it is. Bleacher Report has them going 4-12. I'm pretty close to that, and I had them going 5-11. I do not think they're going to beat the Lions, although you go to Arizona, you never know.
I don't think we're going to beat them. Like, we're used to playing indoors, and it's hot down there.
Depending, it's the first game, so
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess we'll see if Stafford's got any broken bones in his back.
or his hand, or his arm, or his leg, or his knee, or whatever's wrong.
You know, he'll probably have some kind of joint issue or something. You know how Detroit does it.
Yep. And no, actually, we won't know what's going on because that's how Detroit does it.
Good point. All right, we're gonna move into the Chargers now.
Yep.
Anthony Lynn, their head coach.
Yep.
Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers is actually pretty good. You know who the Chargers traded to get Phillip Rivers?
Oh.
A man who wears number 9 down in New Orleans.
Yep. Drew Brees. Yep.
That man is a beast. Not gonna lie to you.
I think Phillip Rivers is good.
I have heart in New Orleans. You know, I have family in Louisiana. I go there often, so it's close to my heart.
Right.
And I was so upset when they got cheated last year in the playoffs.
As a Lions fan, both of us know what that's like.
Did you hear what the eye doctor in New Orleans said?
What?
He said, I will offer free eye exams to all NFL referees. How do you not call that?
How do you not
call
that?
that?
That was ridiculous.
The Patriots would not have another ring right now if they would have made that call.
Wow.
Just saying.
Big statement there.
Just saying. It's Drew
I
Brees,
think
bro.
I can't believe I like even the Dallas game with the Lions where they threw the flag for interference and then pick it up.
But it's the Lions. You know we always have
But
those
so
special
what?
rules.
No, but it shouldn't be.
I agree with
It
you.
shouldn't
I
be.
hate it. But you remember the Calvin Johnson rule?
Yep.
You remember the year he caught the touchdown? He got tackled, uses the ball on the ground to get up off the ground,
Yep.
and they still called it incomplete?
Yep, that was the Chicago Bears. It was game 1 of that season.
Cheaters.
And he sat on his ass, had the ball in his hand, and spun it.
Cheaters. That's all I got to say.
And they said that wasn't a catch. I'm like, really? So years later, they've actually said it was a catch. Now, helps us all out now, doesn't it?
Guess what they call that? The Calvin Johnson rule.
Exactly. And now they just changed that rule.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But they don't
Ridiculous.
change it until something happens to somebody else.
Anyway.
It's just ridiculous.
Anyway, back to the Chargers.
Yep, their offensive lineman, Russell Okung, he had been in Seattle for quite a while. So very, very good left tackle.
I mean, Seattle's O-line wasn't bad, though.
No,
So,
their O-line was good. And also Joey Bosa, pass rusher. Oh, my goodness. Guy's amazing. The guy is amazing. They've got a very talented team.
Joey Bosa, I would say, is one of the top 5 defensive linemen in the league.
Yeah, he had 23 sacks in his first 2 seasons. I'd say he's pretty good.
Top 5. Jared Allen's up there.
Yeah,
Khalil Mack's up there.
yep.
Joey Bosa, definitely up there. Maybe he's top 3.
Maybe.
I can't think of anybody
Trying to think of anybody
besides
else.
those 2, Khalil Mack and
Khalil Mack. Oh,
and Jared Allen. Besides those 2, I don't know. And Jared
Von
Allen's
Miller.
good too.
Von Miller.
I think Joey Bosa is better than Von Miller.
But I'm just saying he's pretty good too. Or he was. I mean,
Von
maybe he's
Miller
not
might
as
be.
not now maybe, but he was.
He might be
was
top
very,
5,
very good.
but Joey Bosa's better. Definitely better right now.
But their best pass defender is Casey Hayward. One of the most underrated players in the league, but he's got some skills. So I'm thinking we need to watch out for him when we play
Definitely.
this team. This team is going to be
Definitely.
tough. We play them at home, so they have to make the trip east. So if the same thing happens when Detroit goes out to the Western teams, it should create some kind of an advantage for the Lions.
Hopefully,
that they have
there's
to go out this way.
There's nothing like playing at Ford Field.
Right.
The loudest stadium I've ever been in. I've been to quite a few stadiums. I've been to quite a few NFL games.
Right.
I've never experienced anything like Ford Field.
Right. But I'm saying this. They're going to play them the second game. I do not have the Lions winning this game. I don't.
No, I do not think they're going to beat the Chargers.
I don't either.
The Chargers did pretty good last year. They
Yeah.
lost. They only lost, what, 3-4 games?
Oh, you got Melvin Ingram, too.
Even
Pass
worse for
rusher.
Detroit. Even worse for Detroit, especially when Stafford's got broken bones in his back.
The projected record of these guys is 12-4. They are named the 6th most talented team in the NFL.
Is that the reciprocal of Arizona? Because they were 4-12, right?
Yeah, no, they were 4-12.
Reciprocal.
It is. Yep, they were 4-12, and then we get to play 12-4. So those are 2 teams. We're going to get to another 2 teams next week, and we're going to keep going down the list of the teams that we're going to play Sure.
So now we're going to go into the free agents that we acquired this year.
Yep. We're going to go into an in-depth look at these free agents so that you guys get to know them just a little bit better. And I'm going to start it off with Danny Amendola. Danny Amendola has 3 Super Bowl rings.
3.
Guys, 3.
Trace, trois. 3.
He's 33 years old. So, yes, he's rotting and decaying for us. He's 5'11". He runs a 40-yard dash in 4.58 seconds, but I think he can run to Walmart faster.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, but that was that's like 11 years ago or something.
You know, I did my 40-yard time last week.
Then you were what?
4.3.
Dang.
I got wheels, bro.
You got wheels for days.
Wheels. They wanted me to get wings tattooed on my feet. But I said I wasn't doing that. There's not enough muscle there. It's too thin.
That hurts.
That'll hurt. That'll hurt. But I might do it.
He's 188 pounds. He wore number 12. He's going to wear number 12 for us. This is an interesting story. He almost died on the field. So I relay this story. 2012 games with the Rams. Amendola suffered a dislocated clavicle while diving for a pass. So that's your bone right here for people that are watching us, and that's your collarbone. Oh no, is that your collarbone?
You're right. Collarbone, clavicle. Right. Yeah.
The bone popped inward and came millimeters from puncturing his trachea and aorta, which probably would have killed him. That's how close.
Yeah, you can't breathe with the ruptured trachea. You know what I'm saying? You got a hole in your throat. How's the air going to get down?
So he was the medical staff for the Rams put him to sleep and then popped the bone back into place. Sounds really gross to me, but tough dude. His PFF rating is really low though, 66.3. But for the Lions and what they need, I think that he's going to be the slot receiver for the Lions this year, and I think he's going to be a safety blanket for Matthew Stafford. I really do. I think he's going to be like a possession receiver, 1st and 10 receiver, getting the first downs for us. Similar to Golden Tate, but more reliable, I think. Golden Tate only caught 50% of his passes in the last year he was here.
Yeah, it seemed like Golden Tate kind of checked out.
He did.
Last year. You know what I mean?
He did.
He wasn't all there. But anyway, we're going to move into Trey Flowers next.
And that is Marcus.
I like to start, I like to work my way up to see what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
In order to say what he's going to do for us.
Right.
He played in all 13 games his freshman year of college. 3 starts. I think that's good. He got drafted by New England. Wow. New England.
Your heart is in New Orleans.
Always and forever. You ever been to Bourbon Street?
No.
We got to go sometime.
We should.
We got to go sometime.
All right. We're going to have a live thing from there.
From the Superdome. It'll be great.
That'd be cool.
But he got drafted by the Patriots, 4th round, 2015. He played with Tampa Bay, or was acquired from Tampa Bay, and in his first game, he sacked Aaron Rodgers.
Nice.
Y'all know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. Man is the GOAT, and he sacked the GOAT. So you know what I'm saying? I think that's better. He actually ended his time in college leading his team in tackles.
Wow.
So I think that's okay. But he kind of had a breakout season in 2016. 2 sacks in the season opener. But with our new scheme, I'm not sure how much he's going to help. I mean, I know he's going to be better. But, with Snacks holding out and...
Oh, Snacks will be there.
I have no doubt, but I don't know. I just don't know how productive he's going to be. It's iffy.
I see this completely different. I see him as being a very big contributor to the Lions this year. I think he's more run stuffing than he is pass rushing. And I don't think there's any team that's going to run on this team this year. I just don't. I don't see it. You got Snacks, because he's not going to hold out forever, guys. He's not. Everybody wants to say, oh, he's going to do this, going to do that. No, that man will play. So you got Snacks and Trey Flowers, and you got all these other guys. I'm telling you, running is going to be very difficult against this team.
We usually have a okay run defense, though.
No, we usually don't. Last year we moved up to 10th after we got Snacks. Before that, people were running all over on us. We couldn't stop the run to save our life. And so that has been a few years. I mean, when we had Sue and Fairley and all that, we did pretty good with that too.
Yeah, wasn't nobody getting through that line. We need to go back to 2011. Can we get that O-line back or that D-line back?
I think we're getting close. Deshaun Hand, coming. And there's so many different pieces to that defense that I really, really like. We're going to free up Jared Davis this year instead of he's going to just be a missile. I mean, he's just going to be a missile.
Yeah,
you got Trey Flowers taking up 2 guys. You're going to have Trey Flowers taking up two guys. You're going to have Snacks taking up 2 guys. There's other guys that are going to be there, like Kennard, Aquara, All
right, I understand that. I guess I didn't look at it that way.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This defense is those 3 guys in this. It's a 3-4 hybrid. So, and we can also play 4-3. And we can also play 4-3 in that. But I think, like I said, if you've got all these monsters in the middle taking up the space and taking up double teams, then you're going to create for the people like safeties that come in. And that's what Matt Patricia's defense is predicated on. The linebackers are the pass rushers. The safeties are the pass rushers.
Yeah, he wants the D-line to bust their ass so the linebacker can fill the holes.
Exactly.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. So I think he's going to make a big difference on this team. If he's healthy, that's a big key.
All right, so now we're going to move into the newly acquired tight end from Pittsburgh, Jesse James. Go ahead, take that one, Jim.
If I can find it. There we go. Jesse Dillon James.
JDJ.
JDJ. I like that. And he was a 5th-round pick of the Steelers in 2015. He's only 25 years old. No, wait, he's going to be 26. No, he's 25 right now. 25 right now.
His birthday is so close to mine.
June 4th.
Only he was born 2 years after the greatest year ever.
Right.
That's
he's
unfortunate.
6'7".
You know what I could do if I was 6'7"? You wouldn't know who I am. I'd be in the NBA right now.
Right. Exactly. 6'7", 260 pounds. This guy's a huge target. And he had what we were talking about before, one of those games where it was the catch rule. So he's part of one of the more brutal plays in Steelers regular season history. Played a big role in the NFL rethinking the infamous catch rule, of course, the Calvin Johnson rule. In the final game of the 2017 regular season, James appeared to score the go-ahead touchdown in the final minutes at Heinz Field against the New England Patriots. Notice we said the Patriots because they cheat like hell.
Oh, man, you ain't lying.
They do.
Deflategate, all
they
that.
do.
Man,
I was hoping they would bring that to Detroit. We could cheat. We actually need that. Here.
Might not help us. We ain't New England.
We ain't New England, that's for sure. The win would have given the Steelers the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. Jesse made a clear catch on the ball inside the 2-yard line, and he pushed it across the goal line as his knee and elbow hit the ground. The left hand then sort of rolled over the ball as his right hand stayed underneath of it. The score was reviewed, and the officials determined that he did not control the ball through the process, which is ridiculous, and they overturned it.
Sounds like he needs to play for Detroit.
It sounds like he already played for Detroit. No,
sounds
really
like he made that catch for Detroit.
It sounds like he's in the right town. His PFF grade was 66.4. Again, not great. But he didn't really... In his defense, though, he had a lot of people there that were taking up space. Like, Antonio Brown was there.
That's true. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yep, him too. They didn't have Le'Veon Bell last year, but,
What was his name? James Conner?
Yeah.
That guy was
that guy was
beast.
good. That guy was good.
He was so good last year.
So that's Jesse James, and now we're going to go to Justin Coleman with Marcus.
Well, Justin Coleman, he went to Tennessee, the Volunteers. They have a pretty good football program down there. So that says anything. We talked about the SEC, how it's one of the most competitive conferences. He played in the SEC, so he's all about competition.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he played for the Ravens. He played for the Bears twice. He started with the Bears. He got drafted by the Bears. No. Maybe I'm moving ahead of myself. Yep. Who drafted this man? The Patriots, I want to say. I know he worked out with the Patriots for quite a while. But anyway. I think he's going to be productive. I think he's going to help.
Yeah, he played with Seattle,
and
didn't he?
He plays corner.
Yep, he's like nickel corner though. So he was the best nickel corner in the league last year.
Yes.
So coming to Detroit, he's going to help that secondary tremendously. Take some pressure off the tight ends crossing over, the slot receivers that kill us on third down.
Yes.
That's his responsibility.
My only concern is his arm wrapping when tackling. He's one of those.
Yeah.
He's one of those
Yeah.
push the legs together and hope you fall kind
Yeah.
of tacklers.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Right.
You know, as a corner, you need to be able to do both. You need to be able to perform a what do I want to say?
Proper tackle.
Proper, but I don't think proper is the right word. I think it's you know what I'm saying? Like when a basic tackle. It's a basic tackle.
Okay.
Corners have a hard time doing. You know, getting your head on the right side,
Yep.
wrapping your arms. That's how you.
Right.
That's how you force fumbles. That's
Right.
how you
Learn to punch the ball out.
exactly. And I feel like he. That's my only concern. That's my only suspect.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you know, we have. I like our safety position as it stands right now. You know, Tracy Walker's back there, and of course you've got. Oh God, no, I forget his name. You know how I'm with names. Just terrible with names.
But safeties are
Quandre
different.
Diggs.
Safeties are different.
Yeah, but
You
they
know,
help those corners.
Your last resort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
at the same time, sometimes it's the corner that gets beat and not the safety for that
True.
long haul.
True.
And if you
True.
if you ain't got it, or if you miss that tackle,
Then that
he's
player
off to the
could be
races,
gone.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
so
true.
that's my only concern. That's my only concern with Justin Coleman. His arm wrapping, his tackling, getting his head on the right side. Because I mean, he can cover the ball.
Right.
But when the receiver has the ball, how's he going to do?
True.
That's my concern.
My next guy is Tom Macho Man Savage. No, I'm just kidding. Tom Benjamin Savage. He plays for Detroit now. We got him from the Texans. He's 6'5", he's a big quarterback. He's 6'5". He started his career on May 15th, 2014. He was drafted by the Texans, I believe.
And he wears the magic number 3.
Where's number 3? Used to be Eddie Murray's number.
It's my
But-
favorite number.
Here's kind of a synopsis of him. It's like for those who wanted to back up perhaps to challenge Stafford, Tom Savage is not that guy.
No.
But as far as backups who can step in and not instantly lose the game, Savage can be that guy. He's highly inconsistent, so he's streaky. I do expect him to beat out Connor Cook. This is somebody else that wrote this. Yes, of course, he beat out Connor Cook already. At the number, so that's why we signed him. And the next guy, who is David Fales.
This is the guy that had 2 stints with the Bears.
Okay.
Just saying. The Bears.
The Bears are pretty good, though.
They're pretty good now, but he didn't even make the cut at QB. That's hard for me. We signed him, and I'm talking about the Bears. You know who played for the Bears? Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
And I remember his receiver saying, dude, I would be wide open, and he would still throw it into double coverage. And you couldn't beat out that guy?
And you couldn't beat out that dude.
Problem,
Yikes.
man. I feel like he's just had a bunch of failed stays, which might be why his last name is Fails. But still, like he went to Chicago, then they brought him back afterwards. That was just
That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they got rid of him, and then we picked him up.
It's weird. And
yeah, I'm not
with
sure.
all the
about this
quarterback
guy.
troubles that we've had, this is the guy that you.
This is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
leave it
we
at
got
that.
about a minute 15 left in the show. Want to run down these real quick, unless we might just do these next week. We still have Ode Abushi to go through and all this, but I want to do the rapid fire questions. I'm going to go down to that, and then we'll do the other ones next week. So, rapid fire questions for the end of the show. Do you think Kerryon Johnson plays all 16 games?
The way our O-line looks, no.
I agree with the no on that one.
All right, so does Matt Stafford throw for 4,000 yards this season?
I say yes.
You think so?
Yep. A lot of play action passes. I think he's going to get more chunk yardage.
And they got that new tight end rotation.
Yep. I think he's going to get more chunk yardage this year.
I agree with that.
Kerryon Johnson, does he rush for 1,000 yards?
The way our O-line's looking, no.
I'm going to say no as well because of injury. Does Slay or Harrison holdout last longer than training camp? I say no.
That's hard for me because I'm stubborn. I would.
Yeah. Well, we
they
have
might not. You know what I'm saying? They might not, but I don't know.
We have run out of show. 5 seconds left. Everybody have a great week.